Hey Team EQRC, this is Coach West. We're here for the quick video message a day before going into our final long run of the 2014 year and our spring season as we get ready for the Orange County Half Marathon. So I want to talk to you guys about the logistics first and foremost. We've got a route that is 12 miles long tomorrow, but there is an opportunity to cut it a little bit shorter. We're all going to meet at Equinox just a little bit before 7. It'll be 6:50 when we meet, and then we are going to caravan down to Fashion Island. The reason we're going to do that is we really want to give you guys a lot of experience on the OC Half Marathon course for those of you that are running the race, and that course is what we're going to run for probably about the first 7 miles. From that point, we're going to diverge just a little bit from the course, so be sure to look at the directions. Now, there are two different ways you can see that. You can either do the map that I sent you, or you can actually do the flyover of the course, which I think is really, really valuable. That YouTube link is on this email as well. You really, really want to know the course. You want to know the turns because there are a couple turns early on within the first 5 or so miles. At that point, it kind of lengthens out, and the rest of the course is a pretty straight shot. Now, as far as what it looks like from a speed standpoint, for those of you guys that are looking to run a very particular pace or have a very certain finish time for the OC Half Marathon, your goal is just to run that pace tomorrow and try and be as consistent with it as possible. For those of you that are treating this as your last race situation or your last opportunity to really get in a long run, just go out and have some fun with it more than anything else. Then let's talk about really the main emphasis of this video message and what it means to fuel and hydrate on the run. So we're going to be out there for a while. Everybody's going to be out there for at least an hour and a half. And that means that we've crossed that 60-minute threshold in which you definitely will need to replenish calorie intake. So what I want you to do is have some form of calories with you the entire time that you can take in. Now, this is what's been working for me a lot recently. I've actually started a little bit earlier with my calorie intake and then just gone a little bit more often. And I just do smaller doses. So they're more frequent, but smaller dosage each time. So what works for me is right about the 4 to 5 mile mark. So I'm somewhere around, I don't know, 30, 35 minutes. That's when I take my first dosage of calories. Now, what's been working for me are GOOs, and I really try and go with caffeinated GOOs. I find that caffeinated GOOs give me that little burst, and there are plenty out there that carry 25 milligrams, some carry 50 milligrams. I even tried one last week that carried 100 milligrams per pouch. And just to give you an idea, a normal cup of coffee is about 70 to 90 milligrams of caffeine. So it had a good amount of caffeine punch and really kind of gave me a little pick-me-up. So that's one thing that you could do. For me, since I do it more frequently, I only take in half of a GOO each time. So that's one option. You could use food. It could be half of a banana. You could use orange slices. I know people have done pretzels. And then obviously all of your standard bars, blocks, bites. It kind of sounds funny to say, but anything that's just easily digestible. The biggest thing to do is really to practice more than anything else. The worst case scenario is you get in and you have a little too much food or to drink tomorrow, and you realize that for the half marathon, and therefore you can tailor your calorie and your hydration needs a little bit more appropriately come race day. So again, try it tomorrow, experiment. The last thing I want to happen is you get to say the 10, 11 mile mark and you feel like you're starting to hit a wall a little bit. I want you running strong all the way through to the end. So that's really the biggest thing for tomorrow. We're going to actually have a water station set up for you guys at the 7 mile mark. That landmark geographically will be the intersection of Bayside and PCH. At that point, we will have all of the food and drink that you guys provide for us. We'll just be able to transport it to that spot for you. So anything you want, you don't actually have to carry tomorrow because we'll at least have one spot for you to pick up those things at the 7 mile mark. I'm really excited for it. I think it's going to be a beautiful day. If it's anything like this, we're in for some great, great weather. Hopefully you guys just continue to eat appropriately over the course of the next 24 hours. And really what that means more than anything else is just add in a little bit of extra carbohydrate intake and you should be primed and ready to roll for tomorrow. I'll see you bright and early. Again, 6:50 a.m. That's when we'll meet at Equinox and we'll take it from there. Have a good rest of your Friday and I'll talk to you guys in the morning.